mean, how dare she objectify a woman with a sexist rating system? But it's such a typical thing from a 1.5.
Herself, Joy Behar from The View, whose jealousy is something to behold. Here is her assessment of Trump's new White House press secretary, Karoline Leavitt.
I think, Claire, she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Joy Behar detained at the airport. Lawsuit, backlash, and career in jeopardy. Welcome back to Pop Flash, where we dive deep into the most shocking celebrity scandals. Buckle up, because today's story is a bombshell. You won't believe what's going down with Joy Behar. This story is about to hit you like a ton of bricks. Rumors are spreading like wildfire, and trust me, you'll want to hear this. Joy Behar was detained at an airport while trying to leave the country. Can you imagine the chaos? But it gets even crazier. This whole incident is linked to a $50 million defamation lawsuit. You read that right. The beloved longtime host of The View is now at the center of a massive legal battle. And the details? They're absolutely explosive. So how did we get here? Well, the lawsuit was filed by Karoline Leavitt, and it's huge. Leavitt is claiming that Behar made false statements that damaged her reputation beyond repair. We're talking about millions of dollars on the line here, folks. This isn't your average celebrity feud. This is a legal war that could end Behar's career if things go south.
This country that we're in was settled by indigenous people, right? And yet they named the country after an Italian white man, Amerigo Vespucci.
And if you think that's the end of it, you're mistaken. The details of the lawsuit are mind-blowing. But here's the big question. What exactly did Joy Behar say that ignited such a fierce and dangerous legal confrontation? According to multiple reports, Behar allegedly mocked Karoline Leavitt's appointment as White House press secretary. Hold on, because this is a wild one. Behar allegedly suggested that Leavitt's selection was based more on her looks than any real ability.
I think, Claire, she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Now, let that sink in. A comment like that, especially from Behar, who has spent decades publicly fighting for women's rights, is not just surprising, it's downright shocking. You see, Joy Behar is known for being a staunch advocate for women. She spent years on national television calling for gender equality, supporting women's rights, and challenging unfair treatment. But now, this controversial comment has completely blown up in her face, causing massive uproar across social media. The critics have been firing back, accusing Behar of being a total hypocrite. Many have pointed out that Behar has spent so much time championing feminist values, but now, here she is, seemingly undermining another woman in such a public and humiliating way. It's a serious blow to her credibility, and people are not happy about it. The backlash was immediate and intense. Social media exploded in outrage, with users calling out Behar for her apparent double standards. The online response has been frenzied, with critics saying that Behar's comment proves that, despite all her talk about women's empowerment, she's willing to take down another woman just for a cheap laugh. And this has turned into a massive PR disaster for Behar, one she might struggle to recover from. The entire situation is sending shockwaves through both political circles and the entertainment industry, and it's not going away anytime soon. So, what does this mean for Joy Behar's career? Well, the fallout from these comments is far from over. The lawsuit could have serious financial consequences, and the backlash? It's not just a fleeting moment. It's something that could haunt her for a long time. Could this legal battle ruin her career? Is this the end of the line for one of the most recognizable faces on daytime television? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. This is far from over. As the scandal continued to snowball, ABC executives were suddenly thrust into crisis mode. The network, already grappling with plummeting ratings, was now facing a PR nightmare that threatened to completely destroy The View's reputation. The fallout was swift and fierce, and behind closed doors, ABC's top brass were in full-blown panic, trying to contain the damage and distance themselves from Behar's controversial remarks. It was chaos at the highest level. Every move they made seemed to be a step closer to disaster. But that wasn't even the worst part. The financial hit was coming, and it was devastating. Major advertisers who once lined up to sponsor the show were suddenly having second thoughts. With the controversy spiraling out of control, big money sponsors began pulling out of The View, leaving the show in a financial chokehold. For a show that relies heavily on lucrative sponsorships, this was a crushing blow. The network was in crisis mode, and with every passing day, Behar's position on the show became more and more untenable. ABC had no choice but to reconsider her future with the program. Could they really afford to keep her on? And if you thought the pressure was building for ABC, it was nothing compared to the public outrage. Online petitions demanding Behar's firing started circulating at lightning speed. Tags like #Fire Joy Behar were trending across social media, and the calls for ABC to act were growing louder by the minute. Thousands of people were calling for her head, and the network was under immense pressure to make a decision before things got even worse. The outrage was so intense, it felt like the world was watching, waiting to see if ABC would buckle under the weight of public opinion. The heat was on, and the network had nowhere to hide. But just when you thought things couldn't get any crazier, a bombshell dropped. Rumors started circulating that Joy Behar had allegedly booked a one-way ticket to Italy just as the lawsuit was hitting the headlines. Could it be? Was Behar trying to escape the storm she had stirred up? Was this a desperate attempt to avoid the media frenzy and the growing legal consequences? The timing was suspicious, to say the least. People couldn't help but wonder if she was making a run for it, trying to get as far away from the mess as possible. The drama just keeps piling on, and there's no telling where it's headed next. Law enforcement was reportedly tipped off. And get this, TSA, along with federal authorities, were allegedly waiting for Behar at the airport. Can you imagine that? Sources claim that Behar was questioned and may have even been detained. If these reports are accurate, this could go down as one of the most shocking and unbelievable turns in the history of daytime television. A situation like this? It's unheard of in the world of entertainment. As if that wasn't enough, things are getting worse by the minute. With legal battles intensifying, corporate backlash rapidly growing, and her public image falling apart faster than she could have ever imagined, Joy Behar's career is now teetering on the edge. Her future in the entertainment industry has never been more uncertain, and it's clear the stakes have never been higher. Will Behar be able to salvage her reputation, or is this the final chapter in her decades-long career? This is the kind of moment that could either make or break her. And as much as people are hoping for a resolution, one thing is for sure: this scandal is far from over. We are just getting started, and more twists and turns are coming our way. The drama, it's only going to get more intense. Stay tuned to Pop Flash for more updates on this developing and explosive story. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the latest celebrity drama.